Last time on Dragon Ball Super. The flashback we had long been waiting for was finally revealed. How did Bardock manage to defeat Gas? He hit him really hard. That's about all I could really suss out. But we also discovered that Bardock had made a wish on the two Dragon Balls for his sons to be well. Now, the nature of what that means is kind of a little bit up in the air. But, I mean, what has Goku gleaned from this? How do they defeat Gas? Is it just his mental instability? Because he is very kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Immature. And he gets flustered easily. So maybe that's what they need to use to their advantage. Just overwhelming Gas with their guts and moxie. Is that really all there is to it? Let's find out. Alright, Dragon Ball Super, Chapter 84, A People's Pride. I wonder whose pride it is. You have Oatmeal saying, the audio ends there. Goku, Monaito, and Vegeta look stunned. Goku scratches his head and says, wow, Monaito says, Bardock left this planet as soon as he was on his feet again, and only his scatter was left behind. And Goku, I guess, apparently has memories now. Like, it was, I guess, the trigger that he needed. Goku remembers being in his little pod when Bardock came back, beaten, bloody, and bruised. Bardock greeted him. Goku remembers briefly the last time his dad left. We see little baby Raditz. Oh, his mom getting supplies, talking with friends, this, that, and the other. And I guess this is, when they sent him away. They put him in the pod, sent him off, bada bing, bada boom. Wow. Goku having memories of when he was sent off, that's kind of wild. And Goku is taken aback, and he says, Vegeta, I feel like I finally understand what Saiyan pride is about. Or, rather, I remember what it's about, along with my dad's faith. The thing is, I haven't had total faith in my power. He hasn't had total faith in his power. Interesting. Vegeta suddenly says, I've lost sight of it as well. My burden is not the sins of all Saiyans, but our people's pride. His burden is his people's pride. Interesting. He then says, why did it have to be your father? Of all people who helped me to realize this. Goku laughs. Vegeta continues, and to think that you and Raditz survived when you were young because of a wish on the Dragon Balls. That's not fair. Oh, okay, so they're trying to say that the only reason they survived was because of the wish on the Dragon Ball. The wish that they be allowed to grow. Interesting. Goku says, give me a break. Vegeta then says, wishing for you to thrive and all. Whoever heard of such pampered Saiyans? Vegeta's pissed. Goku says, how about the way you pamper and spoil Bra, huh? Vegeta claps back. One has nothing to do with the other. Monaito looks at Bardock's scatter and says, Bardock, what a funny way for your will to be passed down. A people's pride isn't about atoning for sins of the past, and it ain't about taking revenge. It's all about accepting your nature and sticking to your conviction, and that's true of any tribe out there. Yeah, that's actually a nice way of looking at it. Having pride isn't about atonement, revenge, but being true to yourself and the person you've grown into becoming. Oh, that's such a sweet way of looking at it. I actually like that. Monaito then calls out to Goku and Vegeta, over here you two. Let me patch you up a bit before Gas gets back. Vegeta says thank you. And Goku says, yeah, thanks. Monaito then goes, but first your clothes. Clothes beam! And now they're in Saiyan garb. Wow. Seeing them in Saiyan outfits, like full-on Saiyan gear, that is wild. Goku and Vegeta look at themselves and go, huh? Goku says, could I just have my original outfit back? Monaito says, what, you don't want to dress how Bardock once did? Vegeta says, I can't get used to this jacket. I assume it's because for Vegeta, his old clothes were a little bit different. Meanwhile, Gas is basically pulling a Vegeta when he found out that he had been bamboozled with the Dragon Balls, just racing back, pissed as all hell. And then he says, "Found you." So I have to assume he managed to get close enough to the planet to detect their energy signature. He ports as near to Monaito's residence as possible, hits the ground with a thud. Goku and Vegeta and Monaito immediately detect his presence, and Gas calls out, "Get out here, Saiyan." Meanwhile, Oil sees Gas's arrival and communicates with Maki and says, "Yo, Maki, Gas is back. He's at the hut." Maki says, "Ooh, sooner than we thought." And then she asks Elect, "What now, Elect?" Elect says, "Let's move the ship over that way, but only within view of the battle, and not too close." He knows what's up. Meanwhile, Oil goes racing over to Gas and says, "Hey there, brother, how you feeling?" Gas says angrily, "I'm feeling like I just wasted too much time. Tell Elect that I'll be finished here shortly." Oil smiles and says, "Okay, good luck. We'll have a tasty meal waiting for you." Aww. Meanwhile, Goku and Vegeta come marching out of Monaito's place, standing ready to face him. Such a badass shot. Gas says, "I assumed you would have run off by now." Goku says, "It's you and your gang who need to leave." Gas then says with a smile, "Leave? We plan to as soon as I've slaughtered you two." Goku grimaces at that statement. Vegeta then says, "I want to defeat this one, even if it kills me. How about you?" Goku is shocked, but then he says, "Well, I'm not letting you have all the fun," with a smile. Vegeta smiles as well and says, "Fine, we fight together then." Oh shit. It is finally what Whis was talking about all that time ago. It would be even cooler if they did a fusion dance, but yeah, it's another situation where Goku and Vegeta, they're not enough to take this one guy down. If the lesson that they learned was that, fighting this guy one at a time ain't gonna cut it, then hell yeah, let's do it. Goku and Vegeta, back to back. Well, side to side. They then start to power up. Gas says, "Huh?" And Goku says, "I'll be the one to end this." Vegeta responds, "Not on my watch." And BAM! Yo! Goku powers up into Ultra Instinct. Vegeta powers up into Ultra Ego. A tower of energy erupts from the two of them. Gas is obviously shaken by this power. The entire planet rumbles with their might. Even up on the Heater's airship, Maki cries out. She then looks over and questions, "What sort of forms are they using now?" Oil answers this, saying, "That Goku guy is using Super Duper Instinct, and Vegeta's got his massive ego boost thing, I think." Maki responds, "Like I give a crap about the names. I'm asking if they're strong or not." Oil then responds, "Oh yeah, for sure. They're real strong." Elect says nothing. Gas then questions, "You intend to face me together? Saiyans are as mindless as ever, I see. You still fail to comprehend that such a strategy will not matter, even given the gulf between us." Goku responds, "No, you're the one who doesn't get it." Gas questions this. Vegeta responds, "It's got nothing to do with our odds of victory. What drives us now is the sheer desire to win." And they launch themselves, both of them, at Gas. Gas braces for the impact, and they go in, striking at him simultaneously, but he blocks both of their attacks, with Gas simply saying, "Yeah, about what I expected." The two of them then leap back, with Goku launching himself with a kick to Gas, only for Gas to dodge. Vegeta then uses that opportunity to try to go in with a punch. Gas dodges again. Goku then goes in for his turn. Multiple strikes, all of them miss. And as Goku then goes in with a flurry of kicks, Vegeta leaps in the air and tries to come down on Gas with a hammer strike. But Gas easily dodges out of the way, leaping into the air. But as Gas is mid-air, Goku then ports himself instantly right towards Gas, and they start to exchange blows. As Vegeta looks on, Vegeta then goes rocketing towards the battle and joins in with Goku in the flurry of strikes against Gas. Ooh, you can see Gas getting a little bit shaken by the onslaught, but he manages to catch one of Vegeta's punches. Oh, he just used Vegeta's own hand to just bam right in his forehead, knocking Vegeta away. Gas then delivers a kick to Goku's head, launching the both of them to the ground, but they instantly recover. Ooh, launching once again at Gas, much to Gas's surprise. They manage to hit him both simultaneously with a kick. He blocks, but it looks like he's a little bit caught off balance as they continue their onslaught, flying through the air, trying to strike at him. Gas then braces himself on the ground as the two of them come flying at him. Ooh, Gas then unleashes an energy blast, but Goku and Vegeta instantly see it and notices it, zipping right out of the path of the blast, charging up their own attacks. I have to assume that Vegeta charging up a Gallic Gun, Goku charging up a Kamehameha. Gas sees the attack coming as the two of them launch both of their beams right at Gas. But he ports out of the way as well. Gas then appears right behind the two of them, forming an energy mace, a gigantic one. Ooh, and he manages to strike Vegeta from behind, launching Vegeta into the ground. Goku sees this and immediately braces himself, narrowly managing to avoid Gas's continued onslaught. Avoiding every strike, Gas chucks the energy mace to the side, saying, "Why you?" and then goes in for a kick to Goku's midsection, rocketing the two of them to the ground. Ooh, slamming Goku onto the ground with Gas's foot still on Goku's gut. Goku cries out in pain as Gas yells, "Don't get cocky, you pathetic monkeys!" Meanwhile, Vegeta, off to the side, charging up a massive energy blast as he says, "Move aside, Kakarot! This is a God of Destruction move, one capable of erasing mere mortals. If you truly are the universe's strongest, then try standing up to this," as he launches the massive Hakai Ball right at Gas. As Gas simply looks on, Goku uses instant transmission to move out of the way. Gas, feeling himself a little too much, says, "Observe as I deflect your worthless move," as he forms an energy shield construct, defending against the blast. He manages to hold it off as Vegeta tries his damnness to push it forward, with Gas continuing to defend. Goku then ports in right next to Vegeta and joins in the struggle as they both push the beam forward. Ooh, Gas's energy shield starts to disintegrate as Gas cries out. Meanwhile, as the heaters are a distance away watching the struggle, Maki says, "Is he gonna be okay? Gas is losing ground to them." Alec then says, "They'd already used those transformations, right, Oil?" Oil says, "Yup, I saw both of those forms when they were duking it out with Granola." Alec then responds, "Then he's fine. The wish to make him the strongest came after that." Ooh, trying to use logistics. Interesting. Maki says, "Right, makes sense. He could still win this." Alec smirks and says, "Relax. I assume they might team up against him. As the strongest in the universe, Gas outclasses Granola." Maki still seems shaken and questions, "Oh yeah?" And Alec simply says, "Just what?" Meanwhile, as Goku and Vegeta continue to struggle, launching the blast against Gas, Gas pushes and pushes and pushes as the energy ball starts to warp. And it slowly starts to be pushed backwards to Goku and Vegeta. Goku says, We're getting pushed back." Vegeta cries out, "Damn it all." Goku cries out, "It's no use!" And as the ball gets close to them, hitting Goku's hands, Vegeta dodges out of the way, with Goku crying out, "Vegeta, come on!" leaving Goku to struggle against the blast. Vegeta then leaps forward towards Gas, going in for a punch, only to be completely caught off guard as Gas kicks him in his midsection. Oof. Taking the wind out of Vegeta. But then Gas isn't done with him as he grabs him by the head and just starts right into Vegeta's midsection. And then he just delivers one massive punch, knocking Vegeta into the ground. Vegeta coughs from the pain as Gas walks towards him saying, "What's wrong, Saiyan? Losing too much blood? Do you still think you can win?" Vegeta, still on the ground, smirks and says, "Why wouldn't I?" Gas then holds out his hand, preparing a blast, saying, "Save your prattle for the afterlife." Meanwhile, Goku is still struggling against the energy ball as it nears the Shigarian city. Goku notices where he's approaching and then launches the blast up into the air, with him breathing heavy after the struggle. But then he notices and says, "Vegeta!" and pours in right next to Vegeta, crying out for him, as Vegeta manages to deliver a pretty good punch right to Gas. And, well, much to Goku's surprise, Vegeta puts Gas on his ass. Gas wipes his face and says, "You worm! What trick is this?" Vegeta, breathing heavily, just gets back up. Gas says, "How is your body still moving?" Vegeta flicks the blood from his mouth to the ground and says, "Damage is nothing but fuel for me. Do you realize what that means? I'm only getting stronger." Okay, yeah, I mean, that is the power of Ultra Ego. The more he gets hit, the stronger he becomes. It's just a matter of, can he tank what Gas puts out? I'm not gonna lie, I actually love seeing Goku and Vegeta fighting back to back. That's something that has becoming a little bit more prevalent in Super. It's something I've always said for a lot of Shonen series. The best way to show off a stronger opponent is by having characters who normally could handle a situation on their own, having no choice but to work together. We would see it all the time in a lot of Dragon Ball movies, so to see Goku and Vegeta at their strongest struggling, hell, that's half of the reason why the fight against Jiren was so intense. Yeah, Jiren might have been a weak personality-wise character for some people, but in terms of just raw strength, dude, it took everything in the kitchen sink to take Jiren down. And I enjoy the fact that it has not been an easy ride in taking these guys down. And honestly, I love the little bit of shine that Vegeta is getting here in the fact that he's just like, "Oh yeah, you might be beating me, but with each strike you manage to land on me, I just grow stronger." But the question is, how do they beat this guy? Yes, it is through their tenacity that they might overcome it, but I don't know. It's pretty cool seeing Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct side by side, though. That is pretty awesome. You know, both of their powers unleashed at the same time. That's so cool. It is so cool. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you really think it's going to be just sheer strength that manages to overcome Gas? Or is it going to take something a little bit more tricky? Might we see some fusion? I don't know. You never know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe or don't. I ain't your daddy, but still love you like one. Until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.